Hi, how you doing, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. This is John. If this is your first time coming to my channel, this is a well-rounded channel. I have a little bit of everything from my 10 years in prison, fights I've lost, just all the bad stuff I did in the past, and how I fixed it, and mental health. And there's 2 series that we have added to this channel for you guys' knowledge, understanding, enjoyment, pleasure, whatever. One is murder mysteries. You know, it's just like any murders that happened in the past that I just shut my TV off. That happened in the past that might have made air, might not have made air. You know, TV time. You know, just wanted to talk about it and bring it to light on my page. The other is boyfriend and girlfriend, or just relationships, how one should treat another. Those are 2 separate series. Each will have an episode, episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, up to 7. Then I'll do series 2 of the same thing, series 2, episode 1, and blah blah blah. This is gonna be. Is this a murder mystery, or is this the other series?
It's the kidnapping of Jayme Closs.
So it's not a murder mystery.
No.
All right. So this is not the murder mystery series. This is the other series on how people treating each other. You know, it could be like I said, boyfriend and girlfriend, boyfriend, girlfriend and girlfriend, or just stranger and stranger. You know, I'm gonna have a full correct name for that series. I'm gonna change it, and I haven't thought about it yet. It might be on this title, but this is episode 3, I believe. Am I correct? This is episode 3 of that series, not the murder mystery. And this is the case of, yo, hold on, I'm doing a video. This is the case of Jayme Closs.
Closs.
Closs. Closs. This whole story is hard to wrap your head around because the kidnapper is someone who had no criminal history, you know, had no connection to the victim, you know, which is a big thing. Or something. Oh, something had a time counter with one of them. He only had a one-time encounter with one of them. That's actually it's hard for me to read. No one really understands. Even the killer himself doesn't even know why he did it. You know what I mean? That's just an opening to the story, and I want to also say something too, that people are saying that they're losing their messages. I don't delete no messages. Please leave them again if you missed them. And I've lost some of my responses, so I don't know if it's YouTube or if it's just something's going on right now, but I did promise 2 people I was going to make a video for them. You know, not the series, just videos that requested. I forgot them. So please, under here, if you're still interested in seeing that video being made, write it underneath this video, and I will. And if you have written messages that have not come up, I keep checking, because sometimes I got to approve them. I always approve them, but then I don't get many where I have to. So, but I checked, and I don't see them. You know, what message you're talking about, leave them again underneath here. You know, that's all I can say, and we'll take it from there. But back to this now. In 2018, a 21-year-old named Jake Patterson was going to work at his job, the Cheesecake Factory in Wisconsin. Okay. Jake got the job literally his 3rd day. Jake is just this regular guy living a regular life. You know, he's a regular dude. Jake was driving his Ford Taurus, that's the car he drove, and he stops behind a school bus, and that had middle school kids that were getting on the bus to school. Just that alone, you know, how it's written here. This is the first time I'm reading it, you know, doesn't sound good. Jake seen a blonde, green-eyed girl who's only just 13 years old. Her name is Jayme Closs. You know, he's sitting in his car watching Jayme, he starts to feel that Jayme is going to be the girl he kidnaps. You know, I guess that's what sickos get. These notions to do sick things because they're sick individuals. Remember, Jake has had no criminal history. He starts to plan to kidnap Jayme. He's planning how to abduct this girl. You know what I mean? These are just horrible things. You know, just to even have that in your mind, for even a split of a second, you got issues. You know, whether you're a guy or a girl, old or young, you got issues. You know? Jake put a load of effort in his plan to carry out this kidnap. You know? And here's Jake's plan. Jake steals his dad's Mossberg 12-gauge shotgun. That is a weapon that is commonly something. I know everybody knows what a Mossberg 12-gauge shotgun is, so it's enough said right there. That's going to do damage, or it'll scare somebody to doing what you want to do. Obviously, if you pull it out on that individual. He thought that because the gun is so much purchased that the police couldn't track the gun. Funny dude. You know, there's also like when you shoot, you know, the casings could track back to the gun. This, you guys even know that are just watching. There's many ways to trace a weapon back. Jake also buys balaclava from Walmart.
The mask, like the face mask that they use.
A mask, a criminal mask. You know, like you know, I'm robbing a house. What would be in a cartoon with just the eyes showing. You know what I mean? But ski mask with eyes showing, basically. Ski hat, I mean. Shaves his head and beard so no hair could be found from him. So he goes a little above and behind. Must have watched some Law and Order SVUs to know about you know, DNA and leaving stuff at the scene of the crime. You know, hair, saliva, anything, semen, you know, stuff. Hair could be tested from him. For forensic evidence, everything Jake has done so far is premeditated. That just proves that, like, the stuff that he's doing is premeditating, you know, his crime. You know, he is actually planning out his crime and doing actual physical stuff to make his crime happen. Thought process and physical action. He broke gloves so his fingerprints couldn't be left at the scene. You know, I'm not saying this is a good crime, but if you're gonna commit a crime, that makes sense. You know, purchased steel-toed boots, dance jeans. No, you don't need. You can look at your eyes. You don't need to look at the phone.
I'm not looking at the phone. Dark jeans, dark.
Dark jeans and something else. He bought stuff for his outfit. That's all. I won't try to go through this figuring this out. In the car that he was planning to kidnap Jayme in, Jake cut the cord in the trunk part. Only wanted to use the keys. So, you know, I guess I'm assuming from my own understanding of vehicles and this little bit of writing that instead of being able to release yourself from the trunk, inside the trunk, that cord is being cut and only the key on the outside can free the person from the trunk. It stops that safety way. God forbid you got locked in and there was an accident, you know, release yourself without being on the outside, just stuck inside. Cut that cord. Plus disconnected the dome light in his Taurus Ford.
Oh, yeah, same thing, 4 Taurus.
Yeah, in his Ford Taurus to hide his identity. He's really going great lengths to really kidnap Jayme. You know, he's doing a lot of stuff here. You know what I mean? He is planning it out. You know, I'm not saying this is a good crime. I'm saying it's a horrible crime, but he's doing his job to try to make sure he doesn't get caught. All right. And 2 times he unsuccessfully, Jake tried to kidnap Jayme. He drove to her home the first time, but her family was home, thank God. And the second time, the house lights came on, so he ended up leaving. You know, I guess he lost his nerve, or he felt people were around, you know. So I guess his little plan to steal a 13-year-old child to do who knows with, you know, was foiled those 2 times. On October 15th, 2018, Jake kidnaps Jayme around 12 o'clock a.m. in the morning, Jayme didn't hear anything because she was sleeping in her bed like a normal person would. Her dog, Molly, heard noise and awoke Jayme. You know, Jayme looks out and sees a car that she doesn't know and calls her parents to tell her parents that, you know, there's a car outside and I don't recognize it, and, you know, help or look at least, you know. Jayme's dad goes to the front door and her mother and Jayme go into the bathroom. You know, they seen this as a serious situation. Something was up. The parents thought that this was going to be a home invasion, which does seem like it would be like a home invasion. Does sound. I would think that too. You know, if I had a weapon, the weapon would be pulled. I'd protect my family first. You know, take me out. I don't care if I die. My family's coming first. They're getting through it. You know what I mean? And he barricaded the bathroom door. You know, to help protect. Jayme's dad sees Jake Patterson get out of his car and walk up to the front door. You know? James' dad shines the flashlight at Jake and demands him to show his badge. So I'm assuming he thinks he might be a cop, and if you're a cop, come to my house, show me your badge before I let you in or let you on this property. If not, get off. I'm calling police, you know? Jake shoots Jayme's dad right there through the glass, and her father dies on impact. You know, that's a Mossberg. You guys already know the deal with the Mossberg. I got family members that have one, you know, close family. That one of their 5 guns. In the bathroom, Jayme would later say that when she heard the gun go off, she knew that her dad was dead. You know, just from hearing that gun, that just gave her that emotion of wow. You know, I could just imagine, you know, you imagine the worst. And in her case, the worst actually happened. You know what I mean? Unfortunately. You know. Jayme's mother calls 911. Then, I don't know why it wasn't done earlier. When she's talking to the operator who said that there weren't any cops in the area. So, when she's talking to the cops, calling 911, the 911 people saying there's no cops near you. You know, that's a horrible feeling. That's a horrible situation. Cops should be in areas. So I don't understand that, and that's unfortunate. Very unfortunate for these people. You know, Jake is trying to come in through the front, and he can't. So he takes his gun, ejects a spent round, and then shoots the doorknob. He comes in, steps over the body of Jayme's father, and starts to look for Jayme. So, you know, he ejects the cartridge, steps over, you know, gets it, you know, shoots the door handle, gets in, steps over the dead body. Now he's looking for this 13-year-old girl for himself that he wants to kidnap. Sick bastard. The house is now empty. Every door's open except for the bathroom, where Jayme and her mom are hiding. Jake keeps trying to break the door, and after 10 to 15 hits, he managed to break the top part of the door. The dresser was bouncing.
It's in the bottom half.
Was the bottom half. Jayme's mom's name is Denise, and Jayme's dad was James. You know. As Jake is walking into the bathroom, he finds Jayme's mom hugging Jayme, like a mother would do, should do, and I can guarantee 99% of you mothers would do the same themselves, protecting her in the tub. You know, and that makes all the sense. You know, for a guy would probably try to attack, you know, side, you know, the mother is in protect mode. You know, take me first, like what I said. Shoot my back and leave. If that's what you're gonna do, my daughter's gonna live. That was the plan. Jake gives Denise, which is, you know, Jayme's mom, duct tape and tells her to duct tape Jayme's mouth. Jayme's mom refuses to do so, and Jake duct tapes Jayme, himself, pushing Jayme's mom aside. Then he picks up his shotgun, aims it at Denise's head, and pulls the trigger and kills the mother. Aims it right at the head, the shotgun blows, pulls the trigger. I'm sure that head was, I don't want to be graphic, but I'm sure the head was gone. Mossberg shotgun, boom, right there. Right on point. You guys can imagine, Jake picks up Jayme. She's only 5 foot tall, 100 pounds, a little girl. He drags her out to his car, opens the trunk, puts her in, shuts it, and is heading off. He was in the house for 4 minutes total. This whole thing took 4 minutes. In his confession, as he driving away, he saw the cop cars coming towards Jayme's house, and the cops remember a tourist stopping to let them by. That's how close it could have been ended right then and there, Jayme remembers hearing the sirens as she was in the trunk. That's awful. That's just an awful feeling. It's a minute or two too late, you know what I mean? And your family's dead, Jake drove 70 miles to his house, where he would keep Jayme a prisoner for 3 months. Poor girl, for 3 months. The investigators, the community, everybody's scrambling. They're searching for Jayme and the car, that kidnapper. People are looking around, everybody's searching, wondering what's going on, and just actively trying to look for her, or the vehicle that probably took her. That did, but at the time probably took her. People didn't leave high hopes for her to be found safely. They weren't thinking the best. The parents were dead. She's a little girl, 13, small, and it was done by a guy. They didn't have high hopes. And I wouldn't have, just from up to that point hearing. The community that Jayme is in is torn to pieces. Jayme's case is gaining national attention. So I'm sure you guys might have heard about this. People are looking for Jayme. At Jayme's home, he burned Jayme's clothes, his gloves. He gave her his sister's pajamas. That's how crazy this guy is. Jayme had to stay imprisoned under his bed with a pillow and a blanket. So underneath the bed, he must have had some sort of way to keep her encaged, and where he could do whatever he does to do to her, And she just had a pillow and blanket. She was neglected and threatened. Jake made her feel that if she ever escaped or said anything, things were going to happen. She had no food, no water, or bathroom breaks. So she was just stuck under there. You know what I mean? That is horrible. Horrible news. After 2 weeks, Jake felt that after 2 weeks, Jake felt that since there was no cops looking for him, he thought that he had gotten away with the kidnapping. He felt that, since no one was looking for him, which they were, he got away with the kidnapping, Jake had friends over, family over. He told her to stay in the room. So this is weird in itself. Jake had no time to really grieve over her parents. Jayme had no time to really grieve over her parents. She had all this going on exactly at the same time and ongoing. So she was more focusing on what was at hand than had time to grieve over her parents at that moment. Jake Patterson never left the house at all. He just kept reminding Jayme that if she ever left, that he would hurt her. Jake applied for a job and got an interview. All right. On his application, he put down that he's an honest, hard worker. honest, hard worker. You know, he's acting and living life like he didn't kidnap anyone. So he's living life like it's normal. You know, he's got a kidnapped victim that he's doing God knows what with. Poor girl. You know, that morning, Jayme made up her mind that she wasn't going to be a captive anymore. She comes out of the hiding spot she was in, puts on his shoes, and runs out the door. So, I mean, this kind of seems that with him gone, she could have left at any time. You know what I mean? And when he had people over, she could have yelled help. And I mean, people were killed in front of her and very close to her, you know, her family. And who knows what he's capable of, but there's something called, I forgot the syndrome. We were talking about it when I was at my family's house. It's like Stockholm syndrome or something like that. I forget what it's called. It's like when you care for your kidnapper, not care always, like you listen to them because you start having connecting feelings, you know. And some people have left themselves in the house where no doors or bars or windows and nobody's home. They just stayed in the house, you know. Other legal cases, but this girl made a move, you know. And a woman walking her dog at 4 p.m. that day, her name was Jeannie Nutter. She sees Jayme running in the cold snow. Jeannie knew then something was wrong. Something wasn't right. You know what I mean? Jeannie immediately knew that she was the girl that everyone was looking for. She had seen posters up for Jayme. You know, so once she put 2 and 2 together, she got 4. You know, she knew that was the girl. And Jeannie brings Jayme to a neighbor's house and tells the neighbors that this is the missing girl and that they must call the police. You know, this must come to an end. We must help. You know what I mean? Like a good person would. Anybody should be a good enough person to help someone in this situation. Everyone protected Jayme. They were shocked that she was actually Jayme. Like, they were shocked that she was still alive, still healthy, and right then and there, right in front of them. You know what I mean? The police came and brought Jayme safely into their custody. You know, and that was probably a good feeling for the poor girl after all this time. Finally feel in police custody and feel safe, you know, protected. Jay comes home from the interview he went on and sees that Jayme is missing, and he gets arrested by the cops right away, which is good, amazing, and awesome. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know what I feel. Anybody does something like that, I think they should be raped by a 10-inch steel pole. I feel they should be chemically castrated and castrated physically, and just raped daily with a pole. You know what I mean? Let them catch something. You know what I mean? Feel something. Feel fear, pain, anguish, agony. Jake Patterson was given a life sentence with no parole, and that was episode. This is episode 3 of what I'm gonna have a good name will be Crimes Against One Another. One is Season Murder Mysteries. This is episode 3 of Crimes Against One Another. This is episode 3 of that series. That's what I will call it now, Crimes Against One Another. And I hope you guys really enjoyed, you know, what I was able to give you guys, you know, as far as news, as far as the stuff that involved this case, all the information. Any of you who didn't know anything about this, now you do. And you know, if you're a mother, certain ways you can prepare yourself, what to expect, what people are out there are able to do with their sick minds, and help you out and how to keep protections, like protective things, like a gun in the house that's in a safe, you know, that can be taken out to protect you and your family, and just other safeguards. You know, have family and friends always check up every 3 days, you know, with a phone call, and if not, then they call a cop, you know, stuff like that. And before I let you go, I want to speak again about the messages. I don't know why the messages have disappeared. Please write the messages again under this video. I know it may not be about this video, it might be about other videos or other stuff. It doesn't have to relate to this video, but I do want those messages to be gotten. And if I did promise to make a requested video, because I know those 2 of you that I said I would, I can't find those messages no more myself. So please write what those videos were that I said, you know what, I'm gonna make that a video, those 2 of you. And if there's more of you anyway, any requested videos, please put them below, and I will definitely make them. And if anybody has any questions about this case, put that below. You guys can talk amongst yourselves in the messages as well. It doesn't have to be to just me, you know what I mean? You guys are allowed to speak amongst yourselves down there, you know? And once again, request any videos that you would like to be seen, and I will make it for you. And I hope you enjoy yourselves on you know, one of these nice sunny days out. And hope you guys enjoy this weekend. And I'm gonna let you guys go. I can't wait to see you guys again when I do another video. And hope you guys have a good day. Talk to you later.